Welcome to Studio D in the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now here's your host, Jessica Cootie.
Hi, everyone, and welcome inside Studio D. Here's what we've got coming up for you tonight on Sooner Sports Pad. Basketball season is here. The Sooners opening up exhibition play this past weekend. Big 12 preseason newcomer of the year, Amat Mbai, and trick shot specialist James Frischilla are here in Studio D. We have lots in store for them on today's show. And the OU wrestling team opened up their season this weekend. We'll give you a look at the 2012-2013 Sooner wrestling team. And we'll have Sooner Sports Pad face-off with Matthew and Drew coming up in just a bit. But first, the Sooners bounce back after the loss to Notre Dame, getting back in the win column, defeating Iowa State 35-20 on Saturday in Ames. What a day for the Sooner offense. Nearly 600 yards of total offense and 4 different guys getting into the end zone for the Sooners. Let's take you to the highlights. We pick it up in the second quarter. No score, but Landry Jones finding Sterling Shepard for the 20-yard touchdown grab. Sooners take a 7-0 lead. Shepard's third touchdown as a Sooner. With under 20 seconds to go in the first half, OU up 7-6. Jones throwing for the end zone again, and it's Kenny Stills. 21-yard touchdown pass from Jones to Stills. That puts the Sooners up 14-6 going into half. Coach Stoops saying that one was a big momentum changer going into halftime. Moving to the third quarter, and it's a different wide receiver making the highlight reel. Check this one out. Jones going for Justin Brown off the hands of the Iowa State defender. Great concentration by Brown to make that grab. Sooners up 21-6. And what a day by Brennan Clay, getting his first start of the season, nearly 160 yards rushing. Right here getting into the end zone for the 18-yard touchdown run. Landry Jones, 405 yards passing with 4 TDs as OU wins at 35-20, moving to 6-2 on the season. After the game, I caught up with a few Sooners who were all very pleased with the bounce-back victory and with the balanced offensive effort.
Did a pretty good job. Had a few turnovers early, and that's never good. But, we came out with a win, and that's always good.
When the offense puts up points and they stay out there for that amount of time, it just makes the defense feel good. It gives us a chance to just relax and just to chill back and just watch them do work.
And it shows the guys that are getting the ball. Landry's moving the ball around to everybody. So we're all just trying to have fun with it.
Feels good to get another W. Disappointed last week against a very good team, but we gotta play our game. We got different teams to play, so we got to move on, and we did. And glad we got the W.
Felt real good. It was a big win for us, big win for the offense, big win for the defense, and it's just an amazing feeling to be able to bounce back. So it was a big win.
Time now to bring in my co-host Matthew Fresquez and Drew Farley. They're going to get you caught up on everything else in the world of Sooner sports, guys.
Well, thank you, Jessica. And we're in that great time right now where sports start to overlap. And, the women's soccer team, they headed down in San Antonio on Wednesday for the Big 12 Conference Championship Tournament, and they were facing Texas.
Rematch.
Yes, rematch. Things did not go well.
What?
The first goal scored. OU scored against themselves.
What?
I don't understand how that happens. That was a little Jerry Seinfeld right there. Okay. Anyways, the Sooners go ahead and fall 3-0. The big story here is 5 shots, 2 shots on goal for OU, 13 shots, 8 on goal for Texas. The Sooners soccer season is now over.
It's over.
It's a sad day.
But the women's volleyball team, their season's not over. They went up to Morgantown, took on the West Virginia Mountaineers, and guess what, guys? They swept them. 3 straight sets, got a big win in the Big 12. Sally McLaurin, 14 kills. And freshman Julia Doyle continuing a very impressive freshman campaign. She had 38 assists. The Sooners will be back in action this Wednesday night in Waco, taking on the Baylor Bears.
And now we start switching over to basketball. Basketball's right around the corner. The women's basketball team, they faced Oklahoma Christian in exhibition. First half, Hand breaks on the pass. Nice little tricky bounce pass here to Hook, and she finishes. Hand had 4 steals on the night. And here we go on to the second. Aaron Ellenberg pulls up for the jumper. Griffin there for the rebound, the putback, and the foul. They call that an and one. Griffin ended up with a game-high 23 points. Now we go 11 minutes left. Ellenberg with the dribble penetration, nothing there. Kicks out to Hand from three-point land.
Whitney Jones.
The OU actually shot 40% from behind the arc, and they won 118-53.
Unbelievable. Well, the Minnesota Hoops join action the next day, Friday night, taking on the Washburn Ichabods. What's an Ichabod, guys? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lon Kruger playing some freshmen. Jelana Hornsby getting the steal right here, drives it down the court and gives it to Stephen Pledger. Big three-pointer right here. First points of the game. And then Buddy Hield coming off the bench gets a big steal. Takes it all the way down the court by himself. Big two right there. Sooners continue to extend their lead. And then later on Our very own Amat in studio tonight. Takes a shot, kicking it in, but his buddy Ro Osby coming back.
Nice
Big
finish.
rebound. The Sooners would go on to beat the Ichabods, whatever they are, I don't know. They'll be back in action this Wednesday, taking on UCO at McCaslin Fieldhouse.
You know, and whether it's women's basketball, men's basketball, everybody here at OU is really fired up for all the Big 12 play that's coming. They're looking pretty good.
It's going to be fun.
Jessica?
Great job, guys. All right, coming up later, Amat Imbai joins us live in studio, but next I'm enlisting the help of sophomore guard James Frischilla. He's going to help us out in Sooner Sports Pad Face-Off. You'll want to make sure and stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm James Frischilla, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad. I'm James Frischilla, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
Here until he's done talking, and I'll cue you. So just make sure you're.
I'm James Frischilla, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
Sooner Sports Pad, the Chuck Taylors of sports shows. I'm James Frischilla, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. Nice shot there. took one try, right?
Oh, only one try.
Well, you produce trick shot videos, which is why we had you do that. Tell us about what's going on in your latest trick shot video.
Well, I did the last one last December. I did it during finals week after I finished my finals, so I had a lot of free time. This one, I'm pretty busy right now, and so I started the second one, but instead of doing it all at one time, I'm kind of just doing it whenever I have time. So I did one with Landry a couple nights ago.
Nice,
on
Landry
Thursday.
Jones
Landry
making an
Jones.
appearance.
So yeah, we had him in it. I'm doing with Kenny in a couple
Stills?
weeks. Kenny
Awesome.
Stills. Yeah. So
Where can they find it?
I'll tweet it out. It'll be on YouTube, but you can follow me at James Fischilla, and I'll tweet it out, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But
Okay, well, you up for helping us out on Sooner Sports Bad Face?
I'm up for it.
Okay, what's the first topic?
The first topic: will the Sooners make the NCAA basketball tournament this year?
Matthew, you're the defending champ.
I am.
Remember who's in studio tonight.
It's in mind right now, and I got to say it's the Big 12. You know, your number 7 Kansas is obviously at the top of the Big 12. They're one of the best teams in the nation. Then you have that next tier down, number 19 Baylor, Oklahoma State, Texas. Then you have that next tier down, which is usually Oklahoma, West Virginia, Kansas State. But Oklahoma has that ability to be that second tier team in the Big 12 this year. Lon Kruger, it's his second year. They're returning all seniors, juniors, all 5 starters, and 88% of their scoring is coming back. I'm looking at them 4th in the Big 12. Last year, the Big 12 sent 6. If they send 6 again, Oklahoma's 4. They're in.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know if they're going to send 6 this year. I think the Big 12 is still a little bit too tough for the Sooners. They can prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Here's the deal. Kansas and Baylor, we know they're up there, and it's going to be tough for the Sooners to beat them. They got close last year. They actually led Kansas at halftime last year in Norman. They beat K-State twice. I think they could take West Virginia, but they're going to have to go out there and prove every bit. This is a tough Big 12, and we'll see.
Well, I think
maybe
there's
not.
no question who James thought won that one, but what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Matthew right there.
Yes.
I don't know how I can side against them right there.
All right,
we're
second
eliminating
topic.
bias.
Who is OU's best wide receiver right now?
Great question,
All right,
Matthew.
I'm going to have to go with Justin Brown. You know, started the season a little bit slower. Now he's really starting to kick in. 35 receptions, 454 yards. That's 13 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns. And as you said, Justin Brown has brought back special teams to Oklahoma.
He's quoting me.
17 returns, 303 yards, and a touchdown. Add that with his leadership. He's the best receiver we got.
You know I love Justin Brown. I love his versatility. I love his maturity. But I got to go Kenny Stills. Kenny leads the team in catches, yards, and touchdowns. He's got 51 catches to Justin's 35. He's got 649 yards to Justin's 454. He's got 6 touchdowns to Justin's 3. Now, I don't want to diminish what Justin is doing. I just think Kenny has produced more and is therefore the better receiver and the best receiver on this football team.
Okay, James, who won that round?
Well, I mean, I think Kenny's been here a while. Justin's is definitely our best returner, but I think Kenny's produced more on the receiving end.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, we
Final
got a
topic.
Tiebreaker.
Which bowl game are the Sooners most likely to end up in?
All right, now the Sooners are a very good team, but they do have the 2 losses at home. I understand it's Notre Dame, Kansas State, but you can't lose at home. And then you come up, their record coming up, Baylor, 1st in the nation in passing, 39th in rushing. You also have to face at West Virginia, Oklahoma State here, which is good for them.
They're
at
good.
TCU.
Yes.
Here's the thing, these teams are good, but they're not to the point where, when OU beats them, they're going to jump up in the rankings. So now you're looking at, I think we're going to see a Big 12 rematch with Texas A&M in the, Chipotle Presents Lucasfilm is now owned by Disney, Hungry,
It's
Travis
ridiculous.
Snickers, Halo
It's a
Cotton
mouthful.
Bowl.
You
I
can't.
don't know.
I don't-
It's the AT&T Cotton Bowl. Sorry,
The sponsors are ridiculous nowadays. I'm going to stick with the Big 12 SEC matchup because that's what everybody wants to see is Big 12 versus SEC. But I'm going to go for a better one than that. I'm going to say that the Sooners are going to take on the LSU Tigers, okay? Les Miles just lost to Alabama. Kind of had a similar game the Sooners did against Notre Dame and Kansas State. They lost a close game to a very good football team. I think the Sooners and the Tigers are the next tier after Alabama and K-State right there. And I think a Sugar Bowl matchup between these 2 teams would be a lot of fun to watch in the postseason.
It's not what the funnest was. It's where they're going to. No.
It's going to happen. It's
All
going to
right,
happen.
James, who won the face-off?
I think it all goes back to that first question, and I'm going to go with
First question carries a lot of weight.
All right, let's ask the audience, shall we? Okay, who thought Matthew won? Let's hear it. Do you agree with James?
Justin Brown, special teams.
No way.
Win games.
Okay, so you guys are going with Drew tonight? Let's hear it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Take the
Bounce
athlete
back.
liking me a little
James
more.
picked Matthew, so I don't know. I guess we better go
It's like
with
a
that.
weighted GPA.
Okay. We'll figure it
Okay,
out.
it's time for our Sooner Sports Pad Play of the Weekend. It's none other than friend of the show, Kenny Stills. In the second quarter, he makes a nice grab right here for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Let's hear what Kenny had to say about this play.
Makes himself bigger.
I was running, and they had called the go ball for me, and I saw up on the screen that Landry was looking my way, so I turned, and he threw a good ball, so I just made a play on it. I felt good. I mean, Landry just did a good job putting the ball out there and letting me go make a play.
Okay, James, what time is it now?
It's Tweet of the Week time.
All right, take it away.
This one comes from Gabe Eichard, at Gabe Eichard. Obama and Romney's interviews at halftime of #MNF, Monday Night Football. The candidates of a democracy proving there's one king in this country, football.
That's about the third time Gabe's been our Tweet of the Week. He's a pretty good tweeter.
Good.
But you're an avid tweeter yourself, right?
I am.
Okay, give everybody your Twitter handle.
It's at James Fraschilla, all one word, JamesFraschilla. Most people can't spell my last name.
That is an awesome last name one coming from Fresquez over
Find
here.
him, follow him. You won't be disappointed. All right, we got to take a break, but coming up right after this, we'll give you a look at the 2012-2013 Sooner wrestling team, and then a little bit later, Amat Imbai joins us live in studio. Make sure you'll want to stick around. Jameson is
great. You're watching Sooner Sports Pad. Better than the old Big 8.
Oklahoma has a history of wrestling success, with a team that returned 7 wrestlers who qualified for the NCAA.
Special thanks to our television cornerstone partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, OU Outreach, OU Presidents Associates, and the OU Alumni Association.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. As always, expectations are high for the OU wrestling team. CJ Gardner gives you a look at what you can expect to see from the Sooners this season.
Oklahoma has a history of wrestling success, with a team that returned 7 wrestlers who qualified for the NCAA championships last year. Head coach Mark Cody looks to use his team's experience to build on his first year in charge.
The competition in our room is a lot better than it was last year, and I think that will help us going forward. I think we had a brutal schedule last year, and some of the travel schedule was pretty tough. I think we've backed off on that a little bit, but we've picked up on the level of competition.
2 Sooner wrestlers were chosen to participate in this month's NWCA All-Star Classic, as All-Americans Nick Lester and Kendrick Maple both put in good showings, with Maple winning his match. Maple and senior Bubby Graham were chosen as team captains and are expected to lead the younger wrestlers along. But Maple knows it will take more than 2 leaders to step up for the NCAA season ahead.
I'm more of a lead by example. I'm not too much vocal, but I try, and we have a lot of great leaders, but it's going to take 10 leaders on our team to fully get where we need to be this year.
Although Cody wants to do well at the team duels throughout the year, his main focus is to succeed at the NCAA championships and see the likes of Kendrick Maple, Nick Lester, and Jared Patterson help bring OU its first team NCAA championship since 1974.
You know, our goals are obviously every year to do as well as we can at the NCAA tournament at the end of the year. You know, you can go undefeated in dual meets and don't do anything at the end of the year at the NCAA tournament, your whole season's a wash. So always our goal is to win it.
The dual season has started as the preseason number 11th ranked Sooners are hoping for a strong season ahead of them. CJ Gardner, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks, CJ. The Sooners opened up their season with a 38-3 victory over Oklahoma City University. Well, you'll want to stick around because coming up right after this, Amat Mbaye joins us live in studio, and you are not going to want to miss Matthew's challenge for Amat tonight. So make sure you stick around. We'll be right back coming up right after this.
Sooner Sports Pad. See crimson in a whole different color. Sooner Sports Pad. See crimson in a whole different color. Sooner Sports Pad, the Chuck Taylors of sports shows.
Zipper's not undone, I'm good.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, right. Lord.
Yeah, I'll let you do that, actually. Just tuck it.
All right.
Sooner Sports Pad, the Chuck Taylors of sports shows.
Thanks, Coach. Well, he's a 6'9" junior forward and the Big 12 preseason newcomer of the year, a transfer from Wyoming, and a guy that Sooner fans have been waiting to see for over a year now. He had 14 points and 6 boards in the Sooners exhibition game against Washburn this past Friday. Amat Mbaye is now with Matthew and Drew, and he brought a special guest in tonight's audience, right, guys?
Yes, you did. I think we saw some of the special guests earlier. But Amat, I want to say thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Yeah, good to be here. So that special guest is actually your mom, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we know that you've come from France, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it difficult coming from overseas and being so far away from family and home?
Yeah, that's definitely the thing I miss the most.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss the place, but I really miss my friends and my family, and to get to have my mom here for a little bit, that means a lot to me.
Now, you have an interesting course that you kind of took. You came from France, you went to California, then you go and play basketball at Wyoming. A lot of my family's from there, go Pokes. And then you go ahead and you come to OU. What made you transfer to Oklahoma?
Coach Kruger. I played him 4 times total and when I was in Wyoming because he was in my conference. And every time I played him, I was like, man, I wish I could play for a coach like that. And when he left for Oklahoma, since I couldn't transfer inside my conference, as soon as I heard that he was leaving for Oklahoma, I kind of got excited. And when I knew that he would be interested in having me being a part of his program, I just took my bags and came out here.
Okay, so you guys opened your season against Washburn. We kind of talked about it at Lloyd Noble, but this week you moved to McCaslin. What's the difference between playing at McCaslin and playing at Lloyd Noble?
It's fun. It's a little weird because it doesn't really feel like we're playing home, but it's a cool little gym, and it's all packed and compact, and everybody's so close that you can't hear everything. So it's probably going to be loud in there, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, Coach Kruger, he has a good reputation of turning programs around. What's Coach Kruger like, in practice and in the locker room?
He's amazing. I mean, he's a great role model. He's a super person to be around, and he just gets good kids who can play basketball and who can take care of business, and that's what he's been doing since he's been here. He's been recruiting guys that can produce on the court and off the court, and I think every fan should be excited, and every parent who are trying to find a college for their kids should be excited of having their kids playing for Kruger.
All right, now I think we actually have audience questions from Jessica.
Yeah, James has a question for his teammate.
Oh.
Dude, well, I've known you for a while, known you for about a year, and I know you miss France a lot. So when you get to go back to France, what do you enjoy doing? If you could only go back to France for a few days, what would you have to do during those few days?
I spend most of my time with my mom, my dog, my grandma. Probably take a couple days off to go see my friends and party. My mom knows about it, but I'm not going to go into details. I'll probably go see my tattoo artist and get a tattoo, because that's pretty much what I do every summer, and that's it. Oh, just want to mention that if your question would have been a bad question, I would have beat you up in the locker room. I just think you need to know that.
Okay, well, it's time for Fresh Quest for Victory. Every week, Matthew has a challenge for our athletes that come into Studio D. He's 0-2 right now. You can see he lost to Bronson Irwin in the beanbag toss. Last week, he lost to Rock'em Sock'em Robots to wide receiver Kenny Stills. So he's struggling, needless to say. So we have a little special message for you, Matthew, right here.
Okay, Matthew, I know you're 0-2, but you got James and Amat this week. I think you can get them. Good luck.
Ouch. Special message.
Oh, well, you heard it. That was Coach
I heard
Kruger.
some of it.
So he is giving you a pep talk. You cannot lose tonight.
Oh, man. Your coach wants me to win. How does that make you feel?
It's cool.
It's cool. It's whatever. He's just my coach.
All right, Matthew, what's the challenge for tonight?
Okay, guys, you know what? I need to bring in my buddy, my pal, Drew over here, because I'm not doing it on my own. It's a team effort. We're going to play a little Pictionary.
He needs help.
And we're going to win. I just have a feeling. You guys, your height doesn't come into play in this.
Let's go.
All right,
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
You're aware that I'm from France and I have no idea what Pictionary
Start the clock. And
I'm from France. We don't play Pictionary. I have no
All
idea
right,
what
here we go.
Pictionary is.
We got if we get like this, and then he goes like this, and like
It's
that.
It's a house. It's a box.
Nope,
It's a
he has
basketball
this,
hoop.
and then if he goes like this, and then he
it's a
has
TV.
that.
It's a horn.
Yep, the whole entire thing would be.
Is a minotaur. It's a cow. It's a longhorn. It's a cow.
It's
a rhino.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, let's see if we have this little thing, and then
it's a lollipop.
We have and then
it's a balloon. It's bubbles.
Yeah, nice. Oh, geez. Okay, here we go. He's gonna.
It's a line. It's a door.
He goes like that.
It's a Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's just do this. Let's do.
I can't believe you guys are this good.
And then we'll do.
It's a camera.
Nope.
It's a house.
Okay, you got 15 seconds.
It's this.
Rocket
plus
ship.
This. No,
it's like a goldfish, swordfish.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, here we go.
There's some funny going on.
Okay,
No, there's not.
What's the fun of business?
Jersey.
That's it.
Life jacket.
It's a vest.
Okay.
You wear one. I really just want to
All
say.
right.
Drew always
So
wears
did they
one.
get 4 or 5? 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay,
let me erase
all
this for
right.
you guys so you have some space
Did
to
you
draw.
see what's up? You go over there.
Set the bar pretty high.
Okay, Amant, you ready?
Just saying.
Hold on, let me erase this for you.
All right, you're gonna.
All right, here you go.
All right, let's see it. Nice. Getting warmed up. Okay, come on. They did pretty good, but I think you guys can get it. Okay. All right, ready and go. Here's your first one.
Oh yeah.
Can I talk? I'm hoping the language
Can I talk?
barrier
You eat
comes
it. You
into
eat
this
it.
just a
Yep.
little
Yes.
bit.
Dang.
Oh, there it is.
What do you get?
They're like teammates or something.
It's like an explosion.
Yell. You gotta shout it.
Look, I'm helping him out here.
A basketball.
Oh, there it is.
There's some funny
easy money.
business
Did
right
he
that
get
one.
it?
Easy money.
A house.
Yep.
We got swordfish. They got a house.
Okay. That's a mouth, okay? Teeth, and I bring this in right there at night before I go to bed. No.
What kind of relationship do you guys
no.
have?
Like you go, yeah, there it
10
is.
seconds. Did he get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh no.
It's charades all of a sudden.
Come on.
Do this
We
one.
got. It's
Do
like
this one.
overtime. We got 1
We gotta
point
do
left.
one more
We got
here.
1 point.
Wait.
That's
Crunch
a mohawk.
time.
That's a mohawk, and it's blonde over there.
Oh yeah.
Tie game.
You got it.
Tie game. So
Tied.
you're 0-2 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, 30 seconds. We're going again.
Oh, there it is. That's the basket
Oh,
right
I'm
here.
sorry. That's
the
it.
basket. That's the basket. That's the
That's
ball
all
right
the
there.
time we have. I'm sorry. That's all the time we have.
Man.
All right, we
I was
call
on
it a
fire.
time. All All right, we want
guys.
to remind you
Close
guys,
game.
make sure you go to
Close
McCaslin
game.
Fieldhouse on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, the Fieldhouse Series. Check out these guys in action. That's all the time we have. Thanks to our crew. For Matthew and Drew, I'm Jessica Goody. We'll see you next time on Sooner Sports Pad.